3 years after defeating Mechagodzilla, Kong has made a home for himself in the Hollow Earth, continuing his search for others of his kind. Meanwhile, on the surface, Godzilla remains a guardian of balance, keeping the peace between humanity and the giant titans. He kills Scylla in Rome and rests in the Colosseum afterward. The Monarch organization believes that as long as Kong and Godzilla stay in their separate realms, peace will be preserved. Occasionally, Kong does emerge to the surface when medical attention is needed, such as when he suffers from an infected tooth, which is replaced by Trapper. Once his needs are met, Kong returns to Hollow Earth. A Monarch outpost stationed in the Hollow Earth picks up an unidentified signal. On the surface, the signal triggers hallucinations and visions in Gia, the last known survivor of the Iwi tribe from Skull Island. Her adoptive mother, Dr. Eileen Andrews, grows concerned. Andrews shares the data with podcaster Bernie Hayes, seeking his help in deciphering the meaning of the signals. After analysis, Bernie suggests that the signal is linked to significant Titan events on the surface in the past, leading him to believe it is a distress call directed at Godzilla. Sensing the signal, Godzilla leaves Rome and attacks a nuclear plant in France to absorb its radiation. His next destination is the Arctic, where he confronts the Titan Tiamat, the planet's largest energy source. Godzilla tears Tiamat apart and enters its lair, absorbing the vast energy stored within. Monarch believes Godzilla is powering up in preparation for an imminent threat. When a sinkhole opens near Kong's territory, he stumbles upon an uncharted region where a tribe of his species has survived, including a young juvenile named Suko. After an initial confrontation, Kong forces Suko to lead him to the tribe's lair, and the two begin to form a bond as they travel together. However, Suko tries to kill Kong by leading him into the path of various monstrous threats. Kong easily defeats each one, slowly earning Suko's trust and proving his strength, which gives the young ape the confidence that Kong can face whatever dangers lie ahead. The tribe is ruled by a tyrannical leader, the Skar King, who commands an ancient ice-powered titan named Shimo. The Skar King controls Shimo through pain, using a crystal that manipulates the creature's will. Shimo's ice breath, which once triggered the last ice age, proves to be a formidable weapon. In a fierce battle, Shimo's icy blast caused severe frostbite to Kong's right arm. With Suko's help, Kong manages to escape, though not without sacrificing his beloved axe in the process. Andrews and Gia, joined by Titan veterinarian Trapper and conspiracy podcaster Bernie Hayes, set out for the Hollow Earth to trace the source of the mysterious signal. Upon arrival, they find the Monarch outpost destroyed. As they continue their journey toward the signal's origin, they stumble upon a hidden temple, cleverly concealed behind an organic, bioluminescent camouflaged barrier. Inside, they discover a subterranean area where a surviving Iwi tribe resides. The tribe communicates telepathically among themselves, and as the group explores the ruins, they conclude that the signal is actually a telepathic distress call sent by the Iwi. While observing Gia interacting with the Iwi, Andrews quietly voices her concerns to Trapper, fearing that Gia might choose to stay with her people. She knows she would have to accept it, but the thought weighs heavily on her. Meanwhile, inside a temple, Andrews uncovers ancient hieroglyphics that tell a story of the past and the future. The markings reveal that the Skar King once sought to conquer the surface world, waging war against Godzilla's species. However, Godzilla defeated him and trapped the Skar King and his tribe deep within the Hollow Earth. The Iwi, having known of Kong's arrival in the Hollow Earth, understood it was only a matter of time before Kong and the Skar King would inevitably clash. The Iwi also feared that the Skar King might defeat Kong and escape to the surface through the portals. In response, they had been sending distress signals. The prophecy revealed in the hieroglyphics also foretold that Gia would play a crucial role in reawakening Mothra, who is responsible for guarding the jump points between Hollow Earth and the surface. Sensing Gia's presence, Kong tracks down the temple, where Trapper quickly fits him with a prototype exoskeleton arm brace designed to strengthen and heal his frostbitten limb. The brace, stored at Outpost 1, is easily accessible and offers Kong some relief. However, unbeknownst to the group, one of the Skar King's loyalists has been trailing them. This follower informs the Skar King of their location, prompting the Skar King to assemble an invasion force to conquer Earth. Meanwhile, Gia successfully awakens the reborn Mothra, unlocking the ancient guardian's power. As Mothra stirs, the prophecy begins to unfold, and the balance between the hollow Earth and the surface world starts to shift. After absorbing cosmic radiation from Tiamat's lair, Godzilla undergoes a significant evolution, his dorsal plates glowing a vibrant magenta. With the hopes of luring Godzilla to the hollow Earth for assistance, Kong surfaces in Cairo and calls out to him. Despite Kong's attempts to communicate, Godzilla, angered and distrustful, attacks Kong. The two titans engage in a fierce but brief battle. Just as things escalate, Mothra arrives with Gia, intervening to calm the situation. With Gia's guidance and Mothra's presence, Godzilla is persuaded to put aside his aggression and agree to help Kong in the face of the greater threat ahead. The trio, Kong, Godzilla, and Mothra, descend into the hollow Earth to confront the Skar King and his fearsome ally Shimo, along with the Skar King's army. The battle quickly escalates, dragging all parties into a catastrophic clash in Rio de Janeiro. At the Skar King's command, Shimo uses his ice breath to induce another ice age, firing a blast into the sky that blots out the sun and plunges the city into darkness and freezing temperatures. As the battle rages on, neither side gains the upper hand, and the destruction of Rio de Janeiro intensifies. The two factions are evenly matched, with neither Kong nor Godzilla able to overpower the Skar King and Shimo. However, the tide begins to turn when Suko arrives with Kong's axe. Using the weapon, he destroys the crystal controlling Shimo, breaking the Titan's painful control. Freed from the Skar King's influence, Shimo now listens to Godzilla. Under Godzilla's guidance, Shimo directs his fury at the Skar King. In a final crushing blow, Shimo and Kong work together to freeze and shatter the Skar King, ending the threat once and for all. After using his atomic breath to undo the ice age Shimo had triggered, Godzilla returns to rest in the Colosseum, once again securing peace for the surface world. Gia, reunited with Dr. Andrews, reassures her adoptive mother by choosing to stay with her, alleviating Andrews' fears. Meanwhile, Mothra restores the protective barrier around the Iwi's home, ensuring their safety, before peacefully departing to continue her guardianship of the balance between the worlds. Kong, now victorious, returns to the hollow Earth with Shimo and Suko. There, Kong is welcomed as the new leader of the ape tribe, having proven his strength and wisdom. With a new sense of purpose, Kong begins his role as protector of his kind and the hollow Earth, securing the future of his species in this new era of peace.